Brazil is a gorgeous country, and while we've certainly gotten to know and see a lot around Rio, there's so many other cities and beach towns that are really worth visiting.
Mark Elwood is with Condé Nast Traveler. He's rounded up some of the must-see places around Brazil. Mark, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. Well, we've seen Christ the Redeemer, Corcovado. We've also seen Sugarloaf. Those are some of the places around here, but take us outside.
I'm going to take you a little secret part of Rio that
Okay.
I think people forget is there, even though it's right in the center of town, just underneath Christ the Redeemer, the statue. It's the Bairro Jardim Botânico. And it's named after the big botanical garden there that's been there for a couple of hundred years. You've got 800 plants in there, amazing lily ponds. It's like being in the jungle, but in the middle of the city.
And, other hotspots outside Rio, what's a great destination that folks at home should consider checking out?
Oh, I mean, the place you've got to go is Iguazu Falls. I mean, that is a world landmark. It forms the border between Argentina and Brazil. It's basically, it says, Niagara, what's that?
Yeah, it's
We've
true.
got almost 300 individual waterfalls. Have you been?
I had wife and kids just came back from there, and they're on both sides, and they raved about it. They said it's unbelievable.
I've never been. I'm
Drew
dying
Simmons
to go.
took a trip. They were actually going to have that story next week on Today as well.
Okay, also the beaches of Brazil. I mean, but besides Copacabana and Ipanema, there are other beautiful beaches.
I think this is where you need to go, Natalie. It's the most glamorous corner of Brazil.
Well, that's me.
It's Búzios, which was basically, it's basically like the Hamptons of Rio, because it's about 3 hours drive, old fishing villages that Brigitte Bardot discovered in the 60s. And she made them a very chic getaway, and now Madonna, Mick Jagger, everyone goes.
Okay, and then what are some other locations you could talk about?
I have to admit, I'm a little partial to this. This is Brasilia, which is Brazil's capital. It was a special city that was invented in 1960. They hired the local architect, Oscar Niemeyer, who built the UN in New York, to build his dream city. And because it was the jet era, the whole buildings are laid out like a jet plane. In the fuselage, all the government buildings, in the wings, all the residences. It's like an architectural wonderland. I love it.
Speaking of architectural wonderland, there's another place to go check out the architecture as well.
Paraty is essentially, if you want to kick off your shoes, just wear Havaianas. Enjoy the old colonial era Brazil. It hasn't really changed for about 250 years. You will Instagram like crazy there.
How far is that from Rio?
It's about 4 hours drive from Rio. Lots of cobble streets, no cars. Close your eyes and it could be 1800.
It's been hard to find a bad scene period here.
Exactly.
Mark Elwood, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy the weather. That is going to do it for the special edition on the Saturday morning. So good to see you guys. Thanks for hanging out on Saturday. I know you guys usually sleep in, so this is a treat. A big day of Olympic action ahead, including what is likely to be Michael Phelps' final ever race at these Olympics. Plus, Usain Bolt hitting the track for the first time here in Rio.
You can catch that a lot more tonight on NBC's primetime coverage of the Olympics. It all starts tonight at 8/7 Central.
We want you to all have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy your weekend and the Olympics.
Bye. Ciao.
More Americans watch NBC News.